Hello, and welcome back to our second tech tip of the month. And again, for those that don't know me, my name is Mauricio Duarte, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer with A2J Tech. So today we're going to be talking about Airtable and how can you leverage Airtable on the legal tech or legal industry. But even if you don't work in the legal tech or legal space, you can use Airtable as a general technology. And it has a lot of capabilities that I don't think I'm going to be able to show the full extent of Airtable, but at least I'm going to show some of the basic uses that you can have. In my opinion, Airtable is one of the most powerful technologies and sometimes one of the most underrated technologies because you can basically create a lot of dynamic and powerful apps. Because at the end of the day, many of the technological, let's say, advancements, or sometimes many of the applications that we need a very solid infrastructure or database structure. Uh, and Airtable provides that. So instead of, let's say, just talking about Airtable, I'm going to show you some of the things that you can actually build with Airtable and some of the projects that I have built on Airtable. So, for instance, I'm going to focus on the legal side, but if you, let's say, don't work on the legal space, I'm also going to share other examples. So, for instance, if you are on the legal space, you know that intake it's an important component of your practice. If you're a nonprofit or a law firm, intake is pretty much vital. So, on Airtable, you can create a form, a very simple form. And again, I have already built this, but you can also have that keep track of everything, of every single client. You can change the status so that at the end of the day, it can also work as a customer management software or CMS. So probably you have used HubSpot, but you can also use it in a very simple manner. So that is one of the apps that you can create. But other apps that you can also create is, for instance, a case management system. Let's imagine I don't only want to have intake, but I want to keep track of all the matters or all the different documents attached to a specific client. What are the tasks that I might have for in a specific case? So again, it's a pretty powerful technology that at the end of the day is a database with a lot of capabilities. For instance, you can also create automations on Airtable. That means if something is triggered on your database, you want to have something sent via email or post something on a calendar. So again, it provides you a lot of automations that you can see here. And again, I cannot go on every single one, but you can explore it and see which ones make sense to your own specific apps. And you can also add other type of applications. Then again, those are priced, but you can also access them if needed. And a cool little feature that Airtable recently launched is the use of interfaces, in the sense that you can actually build different layouts on how this looks. So again, instead of showing the database, you can change it to look something like this. Let me just go back to show you what are some of the. So let's imagine you can create something like this, or you can change it at all. You can change something in a different view, something like this, and you can play around with interfaces. That is a recent feature that Airtable launched. But again, you can play on how that information is being displayed to your end users or to your internal team. So there are many options that you can create with Airtable. So with that in mind, I have worked on projects in the past that are not only on the legal space, but outside of the legal space, that we also use Airtable. For instance, on a social media calendar, if you want to, let's say, schedule your content, if you want to keep track of the metrics, if you want to, let's say, at the end of the day, keep an orderly ledger of things. So think of this, I call it as a millionaire's version of Excel, because it provides you not only a very simple interface, but you can also build, again, apps, and you can create very dynamic and good looking apps. And again, if you are not necessarily in the social media space or you're more on the project management, you might want to keep track of what are some of your project specifications, what are the deliverables, what are the documents. So again, this is the tech tip of the month, and I just invite everyone to explore how to use Airtable. We use it in a lot of our projects. We have used it for many clients in the past, especially in the legal industry, in the legal tech industry, that there's a lot of potential for Airtable. So, again, happy that you were able to join us on this Tech Tip of the Month, and we'll see you on the next one.